Welcome to this
Hello.
Scale Challenge Investor Forum, everyone. The Scale Challenge has been supported by the Walton family. We're very grateful for them to help support the companies today. We're going to go ahead and get started with our Investor Forum. And first up is Jake Slatnick with Aira.
My name is Jake Slatnick. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Aira, and we're a wireless charging technology company. In 2017, Apple announced AirPower, and it was their vision for what wireless charging should be. It never released due to engineering challenges, but it was one of the first times in Apple's history that they publicly announced and then publicly canceled a product. And the world freaked out. The Wall Street Journal wrote, "Apple didn't solve our horrible gadget charging mess, and nobody else has either." And that day became the most important day in my company's history because since 2017, we've been working on a functionally equivalent technology called FreePower. At a high level, FreePower delivers on the fundamental promise of wireless charging, which is convenience, because all wireless chargers out there don't. And it does that through full surface freedom, meaning you can place devices anywhere on the surface and they'll all charge. It does it through precision power delivery, which is a sequence of algorithms that means we're not constantly radiating power across our surface. When a device is placed down, we rapidly locate that device, we determine where its center point is, and then we position precise power directly to it. So really just a very precise method of power delivery. And then global compatibility, which really just means out of the box, our technology works with products from Apple, Samsung, Google, and many other smartphone companies and accessory makers. For those of you that have used wireless chargers, you know that a standard wireless charger has a precise active area in the center. And if your phone's not aligned perfectly, it doesn't receive power. So what happens is you wake up in the morning and your phone's dead because you bumped it in the night, your cat bumped it, it vibrated off the center point. FreePower wireless chargers, on the other hand, make the entire surface active. So you can effortlessly toss devices anywhere and they'll all charge, and it's really that simple. We were on Shark Tank and did a deal with, and received investment from Lori, Kevin, and Robert, and we're actually one of only 20 companies in Shark Tank's 11-year history to do a deal with 3 or more sharks. As a company, we are a supplier that partners with brands to deploy FreePower. And so in a sense, we're very similar to like an Intel or any other sort of advanced technology company that builds technologies that get embedded into end products. Our first partner is a company called Nomad. They launched their flagship product last week. Some of you may have seen it. This is an image of it, and you can go to their website, nomadgoods.com, to learn more. But the launch was incredible. TechCrunch said Nomad Space Station Pro with Aira FreePower tech finally realizes the promise of wireless charging. Bloomberg wrote, a startup based in Chandler, Arizona, this week is rolling out a technology called FreePower that aims to deliver on the original promise of AirPower. CNET, the Nomad Base Station Pro is what Apple's AirPower hoped to be. CNN, it's closer to the surface charging that we were promised in sci-fi movies and TV shows growing up. Wired, Aira figured out what Apple couldn't. And VentureBeat, a breakthrough for Qi wireless charging. And that's just a few highlights, but we had 25 articles published last week from top tier publications announcing the launch of our technology in the Base Station Pro. And you can go to our website, airapower.com/news to see all the coverage. Now moving into the use cases for our technology, consumer electronics is of course a big one, but also furniture and fixtures, and then automotive and mobility. And so we have some examples for you. Imagine a desk with FreePower integrated across the surface. So your phone and your AirPods placed anywhere will charge, but also your laptop, your mouse, your keyboard, your lamp, and it might even keep your coffee warm. All of this with freedom to place things anywhere and no cords or clutter. It's really the most intuitive charging experience you can have. Imagine a car with more intelligent surfaces. So you have phones and AirPods or whatever on these nice surfaces, and it doesn't matter if you turn, speed up, slow down, hit bumps. As things shift around, they remain charging, and then sunglasses, keys, wallets, purses, whatever else might be on this surface are simply ignored. Imagine FreePower in common areas. So hotels, airports, cafes, restaurants, really anywhere that you sit with a surface in front of you that you rest your phone on is a candidate for this technology. And then lastly, the ultimate convenient in your home. So you drop all your things on your nightstand, including a lamp, and all of it gets powered effortlessly and intuitively with FreePower. So bottom line, our FreePower technology provides industry-leading competitive advantages. We've engineered the full stack of this technology in-house from the ground up, the hardware and the software, which ultimately allows us to create the best experiences. And it's a very similar philosophy to that of Apple and Tesla that control the hardware and software to build the best products. And we're actually one of the only wireless charging companies in the world that can build the full stack, meaning the chipset that powers it, the power electronics that form the product, and then the actual transmitting technology itself. We have over 50 patent assets that we've developed for this technology. So it's an incredibly strong portfolio of developing IP, and it's remarkably thin. It's actually less than 6 millimeters, the entire technology stack up, for really, which leads to really sleek and elegant industrial design. The team consists of myself, my technical co-founder, Eric Goodchild, who's been a wireless power expert for over a decade, and then Jeff Risher, who was the head of patent strategy and licensing at Apple for 8 years and was the head of patent litigation there as well, and then became chief IP counsel and chief litigation counsel at Tesla, before joining us as general counsel, chief strategy officer, and an investor. And I will give a shout out here to Rosemary, because she connected us earlier in the year, which is awesome. Our engineering team is world-class with talent from Apple, Intel, Qualcomm, and many other great companies. Our investors and advisors are incredible. Of course, you know the three on the top, but on the bottom, we have Max Nurheim, who's the founding engineer at Axon, growing it from a startup to a $5 billion market cap that it is today. Sean Doherty, who's the founder of Mophie, growing it from nothing to 250 million per year in revenue as a worldwide consumer electronic brand that she sold in 2016. And then Steve Pizzol, who was the general manager of wireless power at Qualcomm, was the entrepreneur in residence at Qualcomm Ventures, and built and sold 5 of his own companies. We're seeking a $6 million Series A round. We've raised about $4 million in seed funding to date. And this additional $6 million will be to scale the operation for rapid innovation, to speed up our Gen 2 technology development and introduce new platforms to it, and then ultimately evolve wireless charging. So we hope some of you out there are as excited as we are, and that you join us as we change this industry and really change the future of wireless charging for the better. So that's what I got, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. We have a few minutes for questions. Could you, anyone who has a question, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Jake, excellent presentation. What your product looks like in 24 months? What is the evolution we can see if we invest in Series A?
So in 24 months, there's there's 50 patent assets that we have, and so there's significant advancements on the technology side. I mean, imagine the difference between the iPhone 1 and the iPhone 10. That's how far advanced our technology will be. But more than that, from a marketing and experience standpoint, you'll start to see really large surfaces that can be integrated into nightstands and tables. And you'll see a lot of SKUs in different sizes that can be integrated into cars, different accessories. So you'll really see a platform that's able to be proliferated amongst all the verticals that we're attacking.
Just a very quick one sentence follow-up question. Do you have whatever you just said is all documented somewhere?
Yes. Yeah, we have a deeper investor deck, about a 40-page deck that goes deep into some of this stuff.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do you guys have any strategic partnerships with any eVTOL companies? Are you familiar with eVTOL industry?
No, I'm not.
Flying cars.
No, we don't have anything with flying cars.
Right. So do you, Kevin O'Leary, the investor groups, do you have any kind of a formula on if we want to invest in Series A, but develop a strategic relationship? So we use your platform for our surface areas on the wings and other places.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We're always looking for strategic. Some of our investors so far are strategic investors. Nomad, our current partner shipping product, is a strategic investors, and there's others. And we're forming pretty substantial strategic partnerships with some of the tier 1 automotive suppliers to take investment from them, or we're looking at joint ventures as well. So absolutely, for that industry would be interested.
Thank you.
Good morning. I have a question. I'm curious about the capitalization of the company. How much capital have you raised to date, and how much more capital do you feel you'll need to raise to go the distance? Bringing in sharks early on, they tend to gobble up a lot of the company.
Yeah, so we've raised about 4 million so far, and it's all been through convertible debt, safes and convertible notes. And we think that our next round, our $6 million Series A, should get us to a sustainable point based on the pipeline of customers that we have.
Have you calculated the waterfall yet as to how much equity you've already sold between those convertible debt and those safe notes?
Yep, absolutely. And I'd be happy to share that in a more private setting.
Thank you.